Hi, welcome to the Man Cave, where I am one step closer to achieving my goal of having all of the Epic Encounters boxes. Um, just recently got this one. There was a really good deal on Amazon. And now all I need is the Red Dragon, the Lich Queen, and then I guess the Gnolls have now been released, so that'll be a little bit. But we're going to start today with the Hive of the Ghoulkin. So this box includes 15 miniatures, 5 unique sculpts, double-sided game mat, an adventure book, the monster stats, the tips and tricks for building, tension and excitement. It says, Hive of the Ghoulkin, beneath your feet, an infection brews, a plague that threatens the eternal sleep of every corpse on the continent, a plague that creeps from the abyss, craving human flesh. Graves are emptied in the night, crypts and catacombs are tunneled into, once places of rest, now a banquet of bodies for those who feast on the dead. Even the steel caskets of the rich, those desperate for undisturbed slumber, are no obstacle to razor-sharp claws and insatiable appetites, and some say the living are next. So, ghouls in the D&D universe are sort of a body horror type thing, is what they have going here, where they crave the dead, they eat the dead, but they are also created from the dead. So the minis we're about to see could be disturbing. So our subject matter is a little bit more adult than they normally are. So if you've got young ones who are squeamish, maybe this isn't the best video. But for the rest of us, this stuff is kind of cool looking. So let's see what we've got. Ghouls are always kind of a creepy, sort of nightmarish thing. And the way they went about this in this one, where it looks like the different body parts have been built, was a really sick and twisted idea that I appreciate a lot. Because you want to give new elements whenever you're doing something that's new and different. So I really like this idea. So here is the first side of the battle map. Looks like it's some sort of underground crypt. Here is the other side. This side looks like a workshop of some sort. So here's our Hive of the Ghoulkin book. On this one we have this is pretty thick feeling. It is 53 pages. That's pretty severe. So there's the book. Set that here. We've got our advertisement for the other sets. Now for the meat of the matter, minis themselves. Let's see. There's the tape. So let's see what we've got. Are they named here? Yeah. Okay. All right. So our first one. This is our Ghoulkin Reaver. So the stat blocks of the Reaver here say that he is a medium undead, chaotic evil, AC 12, 22 hit points, 5d8, speed of 30 feet, dark vision of 60, passive perception of 10, speaks common, or understands common, I guess. I don't know if he speaks it. Strength of 13, dex of 15, con of 10, intelligence 7, wisdom 10, charisma 6. That's kind of surprising. They bite with a melee weapon attack, plus 2 to hit. They have a reach of 5 foot with one creature, and they have a hit with piercing damage due to the hands. Melee attack for the claws is plus 4 to hit, reach of 5 feet, one target hit. 2d4 plus 2 slashing damage. If the target is a creature other than an undead, it must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for a minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, depending on the effect on itself on a success. That's pretty cool. So there are 8 of these in the box. So there's a front view, and I will get another one here for the back view. They're kind of creepy looking. They look like fleshy skeletons, really. If you're familiar with Hero Escape, they look sort of like some of the Morrow sets. All right, our second piece in the box, there's two of these. It's the Ghoulkin Stalker. So we're going to move these. Here so we can feature the Stalker here. And there are two of these in the box. I'll put them both out here so you can see both sides. And this thing's really, well, just sickly looking. And this says, the Ghoulkin Stalker is a medium creature still with an AC of 10, hit points of 22, 5d8 again. Strength 14, Dex 17, Con 10, Intelligence 5, Wisdom 10, Charisma 6 again. 30 feet for speed, Dark Vision of 60, Passive Perception 10, and it understands Common. Damage immunities for this one. It cannot be poisoned, cannot be charmed, cannot be exhausted. That's pretty cool. Says it's got a multi-attack. The Stalker makes 2 claw attacks. Claw attacks are a melee weapon of +4 to hit, reach of 5 feet for 1 target. Hits for 10, which is 2d6 plus 3, piercing damage. If the target is a creature other than the undead, it also must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for a minute. Target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So that's the same type of extra attack there. So we'll move these guys down into the arena pit thing here. And our next one is a Ghoul Bulwark. And that is this guy right here. He's nice and big. There's 2 of them, so I'll take one out for the front and one out for the back. Now the stats on this thing, the Bulwark, or the Ghoulkin Bulwark, it's a large undead creature, chaotic evil. AC is 15 with his natural armor, has 63 hit points, 60, 10 plus 30. The speed is 30 feet, dark vision of 60 feet, passive perception 12, language is common. Strength 18, dex 10, con 20, intelligence 7, wisdom 9, charisma 7. Says it has the special ability, it is immune to poison, charmed, and exhaustion also. Special abilities, it's got keen smell. It has the advantage on wisdom perception, any check that relies on smell. I feel bad for it if it's got a keen sense of smell and it's living in this charnel house. Regeneration. The Bulwark regains 10 hit points at the start of its turn. If it takes fire or magical damage, this trait does not function at the start of the next turn. Bulwark dies only if it starts its turn with 0 hit points and does not have the ability to regenerate. Multiple actions. It makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws, or 3 if it includes its acid spit. Has a melee weapon attack for a bite, +7 to hit, reach 5 foot on 1 target, and if it hits, it's got d6 plus 4 piercing damage. It's also got claws. Melee attack is attack +7 to hit, reaches 5 foot for 1 target. Hit point is 2d6 plus 4 slashing damage. If it's not undead, it must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for a minute. Man, paralyzing your characters is really tough because you've got nothing you can do. Acid Spit, ranged weapon attack, +3 to hit, reach of 45 feet to 1 target, hit 9, 2d8 of acid damage. So that is the Ghoulkin Bulwark. So let's put him down here, out of the way of the camera. And we'll jump to our next one, which is the Corpse Chewer. Which just sounds lovely, doesn't it? Let's see, how do I get these out of here? So there's 2 of these. There's one. I'll get the other one out for a rear view. There is the other. These minis are there's a lot of detail in them. I'm sure painting would be an incredible idea if you have that type of inclination. I think you're going to find a fun time with these. These are large monstrosities that are unaligned. Their AC is 13 with natural armor. Hit points 34, 4d10 plus 12. Speed of 30 feet and 30 feet climbing. It's got dark vision of 60 feet and perception +3. Strength is 14, dex is 13, constitution of 16, intelligence 1, wisdom 12, and charisma of 5. Keen smell, just like the other character we saw. Corpse Chewer has the advantage on any wisdom perception check that rely on smell. It also has Spider Climb. The Corpse Chewer can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to make an ability check. That's pretty cool. And I would hate to face one of these things in a cave. Multiple attack. The Corpse Chewer makes 2 bite attacks, one with its tentacles and one with its bite. Tentacles, melee weapon attack, +4 to hit, reach of 10 feet. The creature hit at 4, which is 1d4 +2, poison damage. And you must succeed on DC 14 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for a full minute. Until this poison ends, the target is paralyzed. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the poison on itself on a success. And its regular bite is melee weapon attack of +4 to hit, reach of 5 feet for 1 target, and does 7 hit points, which is 2d4 +2 piercing damage. So that's pretty cool. That might not be right. It gave, oh, okay. Riding upon those is apparently the Ghoulkin Hive Warden. So the Corpse Chewer is the thing they're riding, and the Hive Warden is what's riding them. Medium Undead Chaotic Evil, AC of 14, hit points 27, 5d8 +5, Strength 13, Dex 15, Con 12, Intelligence 13, Wisdom 10, Charisma 11. 30 foot for speed, Dark Vision of 60, Passive Perception 10, Language is Common. It's immune to poison. Makes sense because of what it's riding. It's immune to Charmed, Exhaustion, and Poison again. Special abilities, Charge. If a mounted Hive Warden moves at least 10 feet straight toward a target and then hits it with its spear attack on the same turn, the target will take an extra 5 1d6 +2 piercing damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 14 saving throw or be pushed up to 10 feet away and knocked prone. Wow, that's pretty powerful. It can also bite with a melee weapon attack +2 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 creature, hit 9, 2d6 +2 piercing damage. And then of course the spear. Melee weapon attack +2 to hit, reach of 10 feet, 1 creature, hit of 5, which is a d6 +2 piercing damage. And that's if it doesn't charge. So that's the basic minis. Now every box has its own master, and the master of this box is right here. This guy's pretty sickly looking. So here's his front. Here's the back. Looks like he has some kind of like nasty rut grub or something crawling around his feet. So this guy is the Ghoulkin Bloodsire. Bloodsire is a large undead that is chaotic evil, has an AC of 16 with natural armor, hit points of 136, which is 13d10 +65, speed of 30 feet, dark vision of 120 feet, passive perception of 11, and it also knows common. Damage resistance, cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, damage immunities, poison, condition immunities, poisoned, strength of 19, dex of 17, con of 20, intelligence 14, wisdom 12, charisma 13. Saving throws, it has a strength saving throw of +7, a con of +8, a wisdom of +4. Special abilities here, magic resistance. The Bloodsire has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Despair, any creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of the Bloodsire must succeed on a DC 14 wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the start of its next turn. On a successful saving throw, the creature is immune to the Broodsire's fearsome presence for a full 24 hours. I think, yeah, he's pretty frightening. Protect the Broodsire. Whenever the Broodsire takes damage, if there is another Ghoulkin within 10 feet, that Ghoulkin may take half the total damage suffered instead. So he can use his own people as meat shields. Multi-attack. The Broodsire makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. The bite weapon is a melee weapon attack that's +7 to hit, reach of 5 feet for a target, hit point 2d10 +4 piercing. And its claws, melee weapon attack +7 to hit, reach of 5 feet for 1 target, hit 2d6 +4 slashing damage. If the target is not undead, it also must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw and be paralyzed for a minute. Target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So every one of the creatures in this box has that ability to paralyze your hero's player characters. That can be tough. Like I said, it really sucks to lose control of a character and not be able to do anything. So I would use that ability kind of sparingly. And I would also maybe give allowances for maybe the armor of your character can block that versus their naked skin. So just to do something to make it a little bit more fun for the characters, give them a little bit more chance, because not being able to use your characters really sucks in a D&D campaign. All right, so here's all of them back in the box. That was our Hive of the Ghoulkin. Set this over here, and we will take out the big bad over here. So this says it's the Borrow of the Corpse Crawler. Has 1 miniature, 12 Ghoulkin Reaver tokens, double-sided game mat, adventure book, monster stats, tips and tricks for building the thing. There are things in the endless passages beneath the world, things that feast on the dead. Spewing foulness in their wake, they carry death with them. Dragging their vast bulk through an endless darkness, corpse crawlers, enormous worms oozing through the veins of the earth, drawn by the scent of those buried beneath the ground. In times when the world is racked with war, or when plague and famine stalk the land, the corpse crawlers multiply, growing to enormous sizes, making the earth itself tremble as they slither beneath the surface, always hunting for more food, more death. So this is something that, as far as I know, D&D 5e does not have. It looks sort of like a take on a giant worm or like the purple worm, but I've never seen a corpse crawler mentioned in anything before, so I think, and I could be wrong, but I think this is a unique and original piece that the team at Steamforged Games came up with on their own. So let's see how it looks. The ad, don't care if that's folded. All right, here's the map for this. We're back to these dark maps again. So it's very hard to see some of these things, but here's the first side, and it's very dark. Hard to see anything there. Although that does kind of look like Han Solo, doesn't it? In carbonite. Then we have this side. This side's a little lighter, but still pretty dark. All right. So our epic encounters Borrow of the Corpse Crawler. This one comes in at 27 pages long. It's one of our shorter ones, I think. But in these boxes, I mean, how big do they have to be? So here we have our punch board of 12 little Reaver guys, in case you don't have the minis, or in case you want to enhance them, because we only got 8 in our box. It's kind of heavy, which is promising. All right, there's our big bag right there. How tall it is compared to that box. That box is twice as big as this box, so you know it's a big guy there. And I will grab some of my other epic monster bad guys to show you the scale here. I think that demonstration is always better to see. So let's see who I can grab real quick. So here he is next to the snake god. He's quite a bit bigger there. And here he is next to the spider. So he is one of the bigger pieces. He's definitely a heavy one. It's nice that he comes as one big giant piece. And again, the possibilities for painting this thing seem pretty much endless. If that's something that you enjoy doing, I think that the detail on these is just fantastic. Of course, they look like some sort of giant maggot that's ready to eat the dead. So this could be a part of an epic campaign that you could fit into one of your own adventures or do something on your own. The book, that's what this book is for, is to help us create the ambience and the horror that would go with this. So that's it for this. I hope you enjoyed it. like I said, I've only got a couple more to go, and I will be regaling all of you with the unboxings as I get them. So have a good evening, and adventure alone, die alone. You don't want to do that with this thing. It'll eat you. Have a good evening.